Patel to FND TV.
Hi.
So excited to have you here.
Hi.
Really keen. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really keen to hear about your amazing journey so far with FND. How about we start with you telling us a little bit about yourself?
So about my journey or about myself? My Either
Both,
or. Okay.
either,
Um,
both.
both. So before COVID, I was living in Asia, living my best life. And then I went into hardcore lockdowns overseas. So my mum made sure I got on the next flight back to Australia. So I was a bit depressed, but anyway, so yeah, I was just working and doing my thing, and then it was like 2020, and I was in Melbourne, and there was like all those crazy, that crazy period, and yeah, and that's when I kind of first had my first seizure. So I was yeah, just on the phone to my sister, and all of a sudden I completely lost my capacity to talk. And it was wild. It was actually so wild that I started laughing and my sister was like screaming on the other end. But it was like, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, one of those, weird situations where you act inappropriately.
Yeah. I do it all the time. Don't worry. I
Yeah.
do it all the time.
So she was like yelling. And anyway, so after a couple of seconds, I got my speech back and I was like, oh my God, how trippy was that? And then it happened again, but I didn't get my voice back, and so obviously like the ambulance was called, and then I started having seizures. It was hectic, and then so that's where the journey began, and that was 5 years ago. And
Wow.
there's been so many iterations of this, like it's like the ever evolving, disorder. It's crazy. Like I call
The
them
gift,
periods.
the gift
Like
that keeps
the
giving.
gift that keeps giving. Oh my God. Like my sister and I laughed a lot. Like there was lots of painful parts, but we
Yeah.
laughed a lot through it as well. Like we used to make little jokes, just to lighten everything, because it is quite a heavy thing. So you just want to add some light to it. And so yeah.
So how did that start to kind of like, it seems like your sister's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
how did that start to kind of branch into your daily life? I mean, you said you were traveling, living your best life, then came back after COVID. What happened?
Oh, I took everything away from me. Like I lost my job. My mum had to come and live with me. Like I'm in my early 40s, and my mum had to come and live with me. Like that was so crazy, especially after being so independent. Um, and yeah, I mean, I went through 5 months of not being able to walk. So that was hectic. Like it was so wild to be, but there was a lot of pain going on in that period as well. So it's like I wasn't very in my own body at all. I was very out of it because the pain was so intense. But I just kind of looked for little things that I can do to make it better, and I kept on working and working at it until I could walk again. So it was a bit of a process. Like it started literally just with one round around the couch, and then in a week I would try 1.5, and then,
I love that.
and it was just slow. It took months, like months, and just like slow, and then I'd make it outside, and then, and it was just like it was ever so slow. It took a long time, but I met a lot of neighbors because I'd constantly be
Yeah.
out there trying to trying to
I
walk, and
love
everyone's and I've got my crutches, and I'm like, oh, so everyone's kind of talking to me all the time. So I made some good friends in that period, to be
it.
honest. um
100%,
yeah.
100%, 100%.
Oops.
Tell me how, like, coming from that period, like what kind of symptoms did you have, and kind of how did you, like, you started with the walking was a big one, right? But you said speech as well as the seizures.
Yeah, so through each of the periods, so the pain section was like, oh, I think, yeah, that was definitely the toughest. But I was like, it kind of made me research what is pain, because I haven't had any injury down there. So there's like, it was all like from my kneecap down to my toes kind of situation. And it mmade me think, what's going on? Because this is not, your body usually is telling you, like, it's in an area where there's been damage. So it just made me think, okay, this is not normal pain. This is like, it's like a ghost pain. I don't know what the official word is, but it's just there's no cause. So it made me
phantom limb syndrome or phantom pain syndrome. I don't know, but yeah, there's kind of a term for it. I kind of told you about the pain management clinic for another injury that I sustained, and it was fascinating unpacking that. Please continue.
Yeah, so I just kind of figured out that what really is pain. It's a signaling system. So it's a signaling system that your body sends to an area to say, hey, something's going on down there. Please come and check me out. So once I understood that it's because of my brain with FND. It's misfiring. So it's like sending all of these signals, and because the connection to the cerebral cortex was completely shot, I wasn't being able to process the thoughts and actions properly. So I kind of knew that it was a real subconscious kind of level of not even thinking, but, it was a communication that was going on a subconscious level, not on a conscious. So I knew that I had to step into the subconscious to rectify it. So I did that, and I did a big session, and that next day I walked along the beach for the first time in about 5-6 months. So yeah, it was amazing. No regrets.
Oh my.
You just got to try everything. Try everything, like, and never stop. Like, even my family have even got to the point where they're like, oh God, what are you trying now? And I'm like, I'm not going to stop until this is done. So you just
100% to your point, like, where are the medical kind of support elements as part of this journey? Like, I think one of the hardest things that I've dealt with is being my own doctor. Like, I never, like, my competency is good for business, but it's not good for the medical community. Unpacking the cortex and the brain and synapses, like, this is a different world. Yet it's bad enough having FND as a disorder that you're then nominated to be your own medical advocate and driver.
100%. But I see that as a power. I think that should be the first thing that we know the most about, rather than our jobs, rather than, you know what I mean, like how to build a car, rather than this. Our first priority should be, how do our bodies work, and what do we need to make sure that they're running to their optimal level. So yeah, that has been my priority for 10 years. So I think that when I did get sick, I couldn't believe it. I was just so shocked, because I'd been doing a lot of personal development work, and also a lot of eating the right things, and living the best lifestyle I could. So when I got sick, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm not supposed to. So then I had to unpack all that and be like, I had to redefine who I was and how I saw myself, and deconstruct everything, of what I thought to be true. And I just went into it. I'm going to try this. If it doesn't work, and I had to deconstruct everything that I thought to be true after listening to all these biohackers, you should be eating this, you should be doing this. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll try that. If it doesn't work, I'll move on. And I just kept on pivot. And that's how I've got to where I am, where my symptoms are really a lot more mellow than they used to be. I used to have 15 seizures a day, and I haven't had a seizure for like a month. So I'm having a good little run.
It's insane. I know. This is life now. This is like, and I think, I don't know how you are, but when it's hard, because even, like, you can see it in my speech, like, anytime I talk about FND and I'm in that FND mindset, it's a really hard topic to speak about, think about. Like, but please tell me how you manage travel and getting around and navigating the world again.
So my doctor, when I first was diagnosed, I tried to work with the local, I did like, functional doctors, neurologists, the whole kit and caboodle. And it was like 8 weeks later, I was still so acute. It was crazy. And I was so tired. And so I flew over, in that state of seizure land, I jumped on a plane and went to my doctor in Malaysia and stayed in treatment for 8 weeks. And he had been my doctor for like 10 years. So he's a no, I don't think you call him a functional doctor, but he looks at lots of different disciplines when that's the way he looks at medicine. So he looks at alternative and he looks at main.
Yep.
So he's big in the cancer cancer space over in Malaysia. He's like on the head board and stuff like that. And so he looked at things in a 360 view, which is what I was looking for. I was so sick of going on supplements and so sick of other doctors not even doing anything, to be honest. Like my neurologists weren't helping at all. Like I was getting no direction. I went to the FND clinic in Melbourne. It was terrible. Like the whole experience was just doing my head in. And I knew that, so I traveled over then and did that stint, and I haven't traveled since. So that was when I first was diagnosed in 2020.
Ooh, okay.
So 5
years
ago.
This is a big deal then.
So I'm pumped. So the first time that I went overseas, I had to wear this huge lanyard saying, "Hi, my name's Chantal. I have a lanyard. I have a seizure disorder. If I have a seizure, please don't call the ambulance. I'll be okay. I'll get through it by myself." It was in 2 different languages so everyone could understand, and the whole experience was so humiliating. And I was like, especially at the start, I was so proud, I didn't want anyone to know anything was wrong with me, because those initial stares that you have when you first get it, everyone is staring at you all the time. So it brings tears to my eyes because it really affected me. That really traumatized me. So that's why I was like, this shouldn't be like this. I need to have something that will support me, but not feel undignified. So that's why I came out with my wristband. Because I was just, I knew there had to be a better way to live and, get back my freedom. So, and it has. So I've just kind of finished making these. So the first thing that I did, when did I do it? 2-3 months ago, I went to a festival. It wasn't like a crazy festival. It was just like it was like a country festival, because I was just like, I know it's not too rowdy, because I love music. And so I went to that. Yeah, I went to that and I had my wristband on, and I had a seizure when I was there. I could feel it coming, so I had enough time to run to they had most festivals these days have a medical
area tent, like a medical help tent. Yep.
Yeah, so they had like a whole, it's just like quiet area.
I love it.
So it was all dark, and so I could go in there and have my seizure in peace, without everyone staring at me.
Yes.
And when I came out of it, the lady, I told her, I said, she had, it was so funny, she had someone with FND in there like an hour before me.
Get out! Get out! Oh my God, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I just told her the story, and I told her about my wristband, and their reaction, I was like, I hadn't really spoken to anyone about it before, but their reaction is like, "Oh my God, Chantal, this is amazing. Like, there's so many people that this can help." And, and I was like, really? Because I think it's good for me, but is anyone else going to like it? I don't even know, but
100%. Yeah. I mean, look, we're coming to an end to this episode, but I'd love you to give a parting message to anyone with FND, anyone watching this, anyone new to FND. I mean, you have an amazing story so far. Please, what would you say to maybe you at the start?
Advocate for yourself. No one knows your body better than you do. Really, it's like this is the time where you have to tap in harder than you and see it as, don't see it as a negative, see it as a positive. Like, you're never going to know yourself more than you will when you're dealing with like these hectic symptoms and stuff like that. So don't listen to anyone else, just focus on yourself. Like, even like take on what fits and feels good for you in your heart and your like inside you, what you think to be true, and never think that anyone knows, you know, more. Don't put your life in someone else's hands. It's like keep it to yourself, because you got this, you know.
Amazing. Oh, yeah, loving it. Thank you so much, Chantel, for taking the time to speak to us. I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, you're welcome back anytime.